Have you ever felt a place calling to you? For me, that place was Poland, a land of ancient cities, deep forests, and stories in every stone. But travel is expensive, isn't it? So I set myself a challenge. Could I truly experience Poland with just $600? The idea was simple. See the real Poland. Not just the tourist spots, but the quiet corners too. I wanted to meet people, hear their stories, and taste their food. Not in luxury, but in connection. Poland's reputation for affordability made it the perfect place for my experiment. I packed light, with sensible shoes and an open mind, ready for the unknown. My plan: travel slowly, take trains, stay in humble guest houses, and eat where locals eat. When you travel this way, you notice the small kindnesses, the shared smiles, the way light falls on an old building. These are the moments that make a journey unforgettable. So, come with me on my Polish adventure. We'll wander through historic streets, climb mountains, and discover treasures you can't buy. The greatest souvenirs are moments of beauty and human connection. Poland was waiting for me, and maybe it's waiting for you too. Let's see what wonders we can find with just a handful of dreams and $600. The journey ahead was a mystery, and that was the most exciting part. This wasn't about saving money, it was about immersing myself completely. Let's begin. My plane touched down in Warsaw on a crisp October day. Warsaw is a city that's risen from the ashes, rebuilt, resilient, and vibrant. I started in the Old Town, a perfect replica of its pre-war glory, with colorful buildings and lively market square. I wandered cobblestone alleys, stumbled upon hidden courtyards, and listened to a lone violinist's haunting melody. Łazienki Park was a peaceful oasis, with peacocks and ancient trees by a shimmering lake. The Warsaw Uprising Museum moved me deeply, stories of bravery and loss etched into the city's soul. Warsaw wears its scars with pride, its history woven into every street. As evening fell, I found a bar mleczny, a classic milk bar, where I enjoyed beetroot soup and potato pancakes for just pennies. Surrounded by locals, I felt a true connection to the city. My first day ended with my budget barely touched, but my heart already full. Warsaw isn't just about history, it's alive and full of unexpected beauty. The city's spirit is unbreakable. This was the authentic Warsaw I came to find. The adventure was off to a perfect start. Onward. From Warsaw, I took a train south to Krakow, watching the countryside roll by. Plains, hills, and forests. Krakow feels like a city preserved in time, its history whispering from every corner. The main market square, Rynek Główny, is vast and alive, dominated by St. Mary's Basilica and the Cloth Hall. Every hour, a trumpet call from the basilica's tower cuts off mid-note, a tribute to a centuries-old legend. I stayed in Kazimierz, the old Jewish quarter, a labyrinth of narrow streets, synagogues, and candlelit restaurants. Evenings were filled with klezmer music and a bohemian, melancholic charm. I browsed a tiny bookshop, its shelves heavy with stories and history. Exploring Krakow felt like a treasure hunt, hidden courtyards, medieval cellars, and forgotten plaques at every turn. I visited the Jagiellonian University, where Copernicus once studied, feeling the weight of centuries of knowledge. Krakow is a living library of European history, and so much of its magic is free. All you need are comfortable shoes and a curious heart. The city's stories are everywhere, waiting to be discovered. Every street held a new surprise. Krakow's beauty is timeless, and it's yours to explore. Wawel Castle, perched above the Vistula River, is the heart of Krakow and a symbol of Poland. Here, kings were crowned and buried. The castle's architecture tells 1,000 years of history. I climbed the narrow stairs of Wawel Cathedral to see the massive Sigismund Bell, touching it for luck, gazing out over the city. The staterooms dazzled with treasures, especially the Sigismund Augustus tapestries, woven masterpieces from another era. I imagined the grand balls and quiet moments of royal life echoing through the halls. No visit is complete without the Dragon's Den, a cave beneath the castle, home to legend, ending with a fire-breathing dragon statue by the river. Wawel is a place where history and myth intertwine. It captures the spirit of Poland, proud, magical, and alive. The castle's stories linger in the air. Every stone has a tale to tell. Wawel is more than a monument. It's a living legend. The magic here is real. I left inspired and a little in awe. On to the next adventure. You can't know a country until you taste its food, and in Poland, that means pierogi. These dumplings, filled with potato and cheese, meat, mushrooms, or even blueberries, became my obsession. I skipped fancy restaurants, seeking out family-run spots where grandmothers worked their magic. In Krakow, Magda, a kind owner, helped me navigate the menu and shared stories over steaming plates of pierogi. Every meal was a connection, not just a transaction. Kindness was everywhere. A young man giving up his seat, a market vendor gifting me an apple. The Polish people's warmth made me feel safe and welcome. Food markets were a feast for the senses. Apples, mushrooms, pickles, and smoked cheese. I picnicked on fresh bread and osypek, savoring simple, delicious meals. Eating in Poland was cheap, healthy, and full of joy. The food nourished my body. The kindness nourished my soul. These small moments became the heart of my journey. In Poland, every meal is a story. After the cities, I craved nature, so I took a bus to the Tatra Mountains, Poland's wild, breathtaking border with Slovakia. The landscape shifted to jagged peaks and pine-scented air. Tatra National Park is a paradise for hikers, with trails for every level. I chose the path to Morskie Oko, the Eye of the Sea, a mountain lake surrounded by snow-dusted peaks. The hike was peaceful, with waterfalls, streams, and birdsong. When I reached the lake, its emerald waters reflected the mountains, a scene of pure, impossible beauty. I sat by the shore for hours, lost in the view, sipping hot tea from a mountain hut. In the Tatras, the world's noise faded away. Just sky, rock, and water. The mountains showed me Poland's majestic, untamed side. Nature here is powerful and humbling. The peace I found stayed with me long after I left. The Tatras are a place to breathe deeply and just be. Poland's wild heart beats here. At the foot of the Tatras lies Zakopane, a town of wooden houses, steep roofs, and storybook charm. Krupówki, the main street, bustles with shops, restaurants, and horse-drawn carriages. I stayed in a traditional guest house, welcomed with homemade apple cake and stories of Goral Highlander culture. The Gubawawka Hill funicular took me to panoramic views of the mountains, breathtaking on a clear day. Market stalls sold crafts and smoked sheep's cheese, osypek. Zakopane is where nature and culture meet. Hike by day, enjoy lively Goral music by night. The town's warmth and beauty were the perfect end to my mountain adventure. Every moment felt like a celebration of Polish spirit. Zakopane showed me another side of this diverse country. It's a place of stunning views and vibrant traditions. I left with a full heart. So, did I stick to my $600 budget? Yes, and I thrived. Poland is wonderfully affordable if you live like a local, simple guest houses, milk bars, and market picnics. My hosts shared tips and stories, making every stay personal. Food was cheap and delicious. Fresh rolls for breakfast, hearty milk bar lunches, and the occasional restaurant treat. Trains and buses were efficient and inexpensive. I walked everywhere I could. By skipping taxis and tours, I saved for experiences, castles, museums, and mountain hikes. My budget covered 2 weeks of travel, food, transport, and sightseeing. I learned that mindful travel is about choices, not money. Connection, culture, and beauty were my priorities. My Polish adventure proved travel can be accessible to everyone. It was a miracle of thrift and joy. My time in Poland ended too soon. I arrived as a stranger with a tight budget. I left with a heart full of memories and affection. Poland surprised me. More beautiful, resilient, and welcoming than I'd imagined. This journey was a reminder. The world is full of wonders, and you don't need a fortune to find them. The best souvenirs are the people you meet and the moments you share. Poland taught me that the richest experiences aren't things, they're connections. If you're dreaming of adventure, listen to that whisper. Maybe it's Poland calling. See Warsaw reborn. Hear Krakow's history. Stand in awe of the Tatras. Eat pierogi. And let the country work its magic. You won't be disappointed. Thank you for coming with me on this journey. Dziękuję, as they say here. The adventure isn't over. There's more world to explore. Until next time, thank you. It was marvelous.